Probably seen trampoline skateboarding, but you've never seen this. Alright, so I've got my materials laid out for this. For the frame, it's a 14-inch steel floral ring. You can get this at a craft store using a coupon, and only ends up being like $1 or $2. For the upright parts of the trampoline stand, I'm going to use these straws. These are the same straws that I used previously in making my fingerboard mini ramp for the coping. They're just paper straws, but they're nice and thick and they're pretty sturdy, so I think it ought to work out pretty well. For the springs, I have a whole bunch of ballpoint pen springs. I know these are compression springs, not tension springs, but I'm hoping on this scale it should work out alright. To connect the rings to the frame and the mat, I have some just like jewelry makers jump rings. I believe these are 8mm silver jump rings. For the mat, I found these awesome black placemats that actually look like trampoline mat. Found these for pretty cheap. I've already tested. They cut pretty well with just a razor blade. And the nice thing about this is it's sort of a mesh type material, so you can actually get those jump rings to hook right into the material itself. For the base, I'm using just a piece of 1/2-inch plywood. It was scrap plywood I had laying around. You could actually just use any like particle board or anything like that that comes off of stuff you find in the trash, or you could even use like a layer or two of foam board would probably hold well enough. Alright, let's get started. Put these on the base, in order to get the frame to sit on top of it, I actually want to file away a little bit, kind of round over this part on the top. So I'm just going to lightly put this in the vise here and take this little round file and just kind of work it back and forth a little bit until it catches, and then file it down just a little bit, just so it's kind of rounded over, so that when I put the frame in there, it'll sort of fit down in it just like that. So here's the finished trampoline. I think it's just amazing how it looks. I know I'm always happy when I'm done with the project, but this thing looks so cool, and it works really well. It really bounces. It's tricky. I've been trying to get used to doing stuff on it, but it's difficult. Anyway, in case you're wondering, it really is truly bouncy. Here's a golf ball. So it does bounce. The springs actually work. I was worried about the springs not working with it, with them being from like ballpoint pen springs and being cheap ones at that. But actually, it works great. And the mat, it looks like a trampoline, and it truly is springy. But it is fun because you can just bounce it away. And Another thing is, this doesn't just have to be for fingerboards. If your kid's into G.I. Joes or Barbie dolls or anything like that, this is just a cool looking trampoline that's scaled towards them. So I'm sure my daughter will enjoy using it for a lot of different things.
What are you trying to find, dear?
Harry Potter, why do you keep using your own britches? I need to find you a belt, Harry. You need a belt. Yeah.
What did you just do? You built a trampoline.
Let's see if Well, that does it for this build. Thanks for watching. See you next time. You've probably seen trampoline skateboarding, but you've never seen this.